Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's weekend whip, I'm going to be working on a couple of pages in Animorphia. I haven't really decided which ones I want to do yet, but I do know that I want to work in my Kerby books. So I also need to tell you guys a little bit about an event that is starting next month. The lovely Shannon over at she just recently changed her channel name. I think it's Color and Craft with Shani Blue, I believe. If that is not correct, I will put it on screen for you guys to go check out Shannon's channel. She is putting together a Kerby event for the month of April, for 2 weeks in April. There are going to be several YouTube channels. They're going to have lives and or premieres. I'm going to be doing a couple of premiere videos. Where it's a pre-recorded video, but I can still come on and chat with you guys while we watch it together. Everybody's going to be working in Kerby books, doing a lot of work. I'm going to guess there's going to be a lot of the new Alien Worlds from him, which I think is awesome. I've loved the work that I've seen out of that so far. For some reason, it's not vibing with me. As much as I would have hoped it would have. I don't know. I don't know what it is. His last couple books have been a little, just a little too far out of my comfort zone. But I still have all of his other books that I'm going to be working on. All of my weekend whips this coming month in April are going to be focused on finishing up books in, or pages in my Kerby books. And yeah, so I just thought I'd go ahead and get started with it because why not? I've got a ton of whips. If you guys have seen any of my Kerby flip throughs, you know that I just went through and like started a bunch of stuff and then never came back to it. So this is going to be me going back and finishing things up. So I'm going to take a sip of tea here. All right. Delicious, delicious tea. I love that stuff. I think at this point now, though, my tea is just a way to get my cream, to get the creamer in. Okay, so my thought is I'm going to work on this page today. So, probably this side. I had done this beautiful double page spread and really loved the way that it ended up looking. However, when I was using, because I used water-based markers and then I blended them on the page. And that was a bad idea because it bled right through. So you can see all of the blue coming through on this side and on this side really bad. So my idea to try to camouflage that is to, like on this side, I did a blue baboon because there was a bunch of blue in here. And then I'll have like a darker blue background probably to help me cover that up. And then kind of the same idea over here. I have a blue toucan and then I'm going to do blues in the background over here. I think I'm going to try to fade it into another color on this side because I want them to look like it's one page, but I also want them to look, they definitely have their own color palettes. So we're going to see. We're going to see how I can do that. I'm going to grab some pencils. I think I'm going to use my Prismacolors because those they're the most opaque pencils that I have. All right, so let's play. I do need a backer page. Let me grab that really quick. All right. Okay, so let's pick out some colors for the background today. We're going to do definitely blues. I think we're going to go kind of with these blues here. Right? Or we could kind of go more into this. No, I think I want bright blues. So, yeah, okay, so let me grab some blues. We're going to start with, all right, light cerulean. I have I think I'm going to go China blue. All right, I grabbed a few blues, and I'm really just going to do basic kind of background work. I'm not really planning on doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I think I'm just going to, maybe we'll start kind of lighter here and work towards a darker thing that way, maybe? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? I think that'll be okay, because then I can kind of blend it into this side. So yeah, that's my plan. So I'm just gonna start coloring this background here. Hi everybody. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, good evening, in your weekend. I hope that you are having a great weekend. It is Friday morning for me. I am tired. We'll start there. I'm tired. I have been having a little bit of a struggle again with my coloring mojo. So kind of hit a little bit of a rough patch with my videos. I have been posting a little bit more regularly on Instagram, but still not interacting as much as I should be, which is a little disappointing. Since I was hosting a color along, I did try to like and comment on everybody's pages. So if I missed yours, I really do apologize. I really loved seeing everybody's pages. I thought they were so cool. I did host, in case you didn't know, I hosted a Myth and Magic color along on Instagram this month. Really, you know, it's pretty broad topic, so anybody could, you know, could pretty much pick almost any page and you were good to go. But yeah, I just had a little bit of a struggle. But I feel like I'm turning a corner. I did kind of say that a little bit in my last weekend with video. But I'm hopeful is where I'm at right now. I'm hopeful. So, I did, for the channel, I did record a video this week. I did my, completed pages video, which of course is a pretty easy video to film. So I felt pretty confident in, filming that one. All right. I really don't have a clue what I want to do here. So this is just going to be kind of where it is. All right, I want to grab one more blue, just this really light, so I can blend that out at the ends here. Yeah, so I have my completed video, or completed pages video for March out there. If you guys want to check that out, I would appreciate it. I was able to get quite a few buddy colors done this month, which I was pleased with. I do love to do the buddy colors. I sometimes get in my head about, you know, oh, it's too stressful because now I'm, you know, expected to definitely finish this page, but the majority of the time I just think it's fun, you know, and it's really fun because I have several ladies that I have done buddy colors with multiple times, and I don't know, it's just, I just know that there's going to be a fun partner on the other side who's going to support me and yeah, just be there for some nice emotional support when I'm trying to get the pages done. But yeah, so I got several of those done. I did. I shared my planner pages because I did not get that video filmed this month where I went through and show you how I set up my coloring journal. But I really just kind of wanted to get that one done on its own. sometimes when I do those planner pages, I feel like, I know a lot of it is just me kind of sitting and staring at the at the pages and being like, okay, well, what do I want to do? And I don't know. It's just a lot to edit sometimes, and I'm just like, So this past month, I just kind of did it and then shared it with you on the completed pages. One of the fun things that well, maybe not fun for you guys, but fun for me, is I have been doing the coloring a little bit of the pages at the back of the month each month. So the little illustration that she's included each month, I've been coloring those, and that's been, I haven't finished them. I've just been coloring bits and pieces or whatever I feel like coloring at the time, and it's been nice because I don't have like that pressure of, I have to finish this page. So yeah, it's been nice. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking I got this part good to go. This really light blue is just to have a good transition color from whatever color I'm going to put over on this other side. Okay, and I think then that from like here back, it's going to start getting darker as I go across. Right? Is that what we want to do? I don't do pencil backgrounds like this very often anymore. A lot of the pages I do now are strictly watercolor or neocolors or marker backgrounds or, chalk pastel or something like that. So doing this pencil background is a little bit of a callback for me, I guess. Okay. All right. But when you have so much, like there's so much on here, like the leaves and everything, trying to get, especially like neocolors or the chalk pastel, trying to get it in between all of that stuff, it's just a pain in the butt. So it's way easier to do it with the pencils. So, all right. So on the bird, he's going to be really close to the background color, which is, yeah, he's really close to the background color. That's okay. Okay, so this week was my spring break with my kiddo, my youngest kiddo, and we both kind of had a rough couple of days at the beginning. My oldest got sick, and then we had these plans that we were all going to go out and do some stuff together, and that didn't work out. And then we were just kind of feeling not great. We ended up doing, one day this week, we went to a museum that's in town. It's a Native American museum. It's very cool. It's lots of really neat art, and main focus is on art, and it's just stunning. And I know a lot of people, say that they have Native American ancestry, and my aunt was super into the ancestry stuff, and she did find some Native American connections in our family history. So it did resonate a little bit more with us. Well, with me. My youngest was just impressed by all of she really liked the beadwork. The beadwork was really calling to her. So that was interesting to see where her interests, where her interest was drawn. Because she's very artistic, and I just liked the fact that she was kind of moved by what she saw. And of course, they have a lot of things about just the horrors that this country inflicted on the Native people. And I don't think she was aware quite as she knew that there was some bad stuff that happened, but I don't think she was aware that it was as bad as it was. So that was a little bit of an eye-opener for her. She's in 6th grade, so I don't know that they've gotten, they haven't really gotten into how terrible all of that was. And so, kind of teaching her a little bit about that was interesting. She's got such a big heart, and she's tearing up in the middle of the museum. And but yeah, we had a really nice time. There was also a beautiful photography exhibit all about the FSA, I think is what it was called. It's like Food Security Administration. It was basically a government institution that was supposed to be helping, or that was, I believe, was helping like farmers and stuff during the Great Depression. And they hired a bunch of photographers to go out and document what was happening, basically. And just to see the images that came out of that were just thinking about what those people had to go through. So it was a lot of, we had a nice time at the museum, but yes, it was a lot of, introspection about how hard it must have been, and, how lucky we are to have what we have today, and all of that stuff. But I think she really enjoyed herself. And then the next day we were supposed to go to our zoo, and we're on spring break. So I'm not like rushing her to get out the door in the morning. We're chill. We're like, there's no rush. Everything's just kind of whatever you want to do. We'll try it and see how it goes. Well, we decided we were going to go to the zoo. Of course, we picked the nicest day because we were going to be outside a lot, and we didn't want to be, cold or wet or, and everybody and their brother decided they wanted to go to the zoo the same day. Evidently, the entire city was on spring break. So, yeah, we pulled up. We got to the zoo, and there was a line to get into the parking. And then they're doing construction on the parking lot. So half of the parking lot is closed, and they have additional parking in another location with shuttles that are running back and forth from the entrance to the additional parking lot. And it was just a madhouse, just crazy town. And so we looked at each other and we're like, not today, not doing this today. So instead we went to a park that we like to go to, and went on a little nature walk. And there was no way we were gonna, because neither one of us we're very non-people-y. So when there's events and stuff with tons of people, or when we have to go somewhere where there's a lot of people, neither one of us do really well with that. So, yeah, we were fine with bailing on the zoo and just going out in nature and having a nice little time all by ourselves. But yeah, it was nice. I was kind of bummed that we didn't get to go to the zoo, because I do love our zoo. We have a really great zoo. And yeah, just I should have known that everybody else was going to try to go to the zoo that day, and I should have, you know, gotten our butts out of bed earlier, but like I said, spring break, taking it easy. No rush to be anywhere this week. Like if we were on vacation, you know, we would have places to be at certain times, but when you're on a staycation, I guess, you're just kind of chilling, just kind of vibing. Okay, I do not know how I feel about this background. I'm thinking I want to have enough. I don't want it to just be a solid color. I want to have variation in there. So I'm going to add in some of these darker blues to certain areas where like things are close together. But I also want it to, you know, blend well. Okay. Yeah, so we just kind of had a chill week. I was able to catch up on a lot of my buddy colors because of that, so that was nice, but yeah. I did start listening to, so I finally got Audible. I don't know what took me so long. I know that I think I've talked about it on here before, where when I listen to books on like Audible, anytime I listen to people read to me, I get sleepy. So I decided that there was another book that I wanted to read, which is the 4th in the Stormlight Archives series by Brandon Sanderson. And it's like a sweeping epic fantasy series. As far as I know, this is book 4, and he said that there was going to be like 2 sets of 5 books. So we're not even halfway through at this point. But I have the actual copy of the book, but I couldn't read it. I just kept putting me to sleep. So I decided to get on Audible, and then I just kind of plugged it in and read or colored while it was reading to me, and that has been really nice. Like I enjoyed that a ton. My sister-in-law actually recommended that I kind of speed it up too, which I haven't done that yet. But she said that really helps her get through books on Audible. So we'll see how it goes. Because it's not put me to sleep yet, but I think mostly because I've had, you know, other things to occupy my hands and my brain while I'm trying to listen to that as well. I will probably be listening to that quite a bit when I'm doing these Kerby videos, because these Kerby pages do tend to take up some of my, you know, quite a bit of time. And yeah, I don't want to just sit here in silence, because I use my phone to record. So, and of course all my apps are on my phone. But I'll have to, like, I don't know, bring my laptop or something down here and set that up while I'm coloring, because there's no way I'm going to be able to just get through recording these videos without having something playing in the background. It's either going to be the Audible book or Critical Role, because I'm pretty far behind on my Critical Role as well. My oldest has been begging me to catch up. She's like, there has been some crazy stuff and I need to talk to you about it, and you're not caught up, and it's driving me nuts. She's so funny. Okay. yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to take forever. Why did I start doing it with these? I don't know. Evidently, I am a glutton for punishment. It is covering up the blue rather nicely, though, you know? I know a lot of people do Kerby pages like it's nothing. I don't know what it is about these that just take me, it just like overwhelms all of my thought processes, and I'm just like, I can't do it. It's too much. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I was going through, as I was going through all of my Kerby books, I realized I have so many whips. So yeah, like I said before, all these whips are definitely going to be featured throughout the month of April on my weekend whips. So hopefully I'll be able to get some of those done. I do have the pages picked out that I'm going to be doing for the videos. I have one in Fragile World that I'm going to color, and one in Geomorphia, because I don't have any pages colored in that book, and I only have one colored in Fragile World, so I figured I would go with those books. I know, like I said, I know a lot of people are probably going to be going with the newer ones, so like Mythic World and Alien Worlds, and you know, maybe even Worlds Within Worlds, which that one was another one that I almost picked from, but I was like, I'm just going to give some love to the old ones, to the original, to the OG books. So yeah, so between my whips, which will be in the OG books. Yeah, those premiere videos will have a little bit of a older books is featured as well. I have color palettes picked out for both of them. So yeah, I just have to get recording. So I can't remember off the top of my head what days I know they're Saturdays that I will have my premiere videos. I can't remember what time off the top of my head, but I will definitely have a community post about it. I'll be talking about it probably each of my weekend whips coming up here. So, and then, like I said, it's a coloring community event. So go out and check out all of these other wonderful YouTubers, which I think, like I said, the majority of them are going to be doing lives featuring the Kerby stuff. So that'll be fun. All right, what do we think? Let's see. What if I do? I'm gonna grab my Gamsol, which is almost out, and my little blending stump. Come on, get on there. There it goes. Okay. So I got a little bit of Gamsol on my blending stump. Oh, that's much better. Look at that. Holy moly. I love Gamsol. Getting rid of the little, just the tooth of the paper makes my day. And with enough pigment on here, I don't even have to push this blending stump hard to get everything to blend. All right. Well, I like that. That's handy. Here, I'm going to hold this up so you guys can see. I don't even know if you can tell. So over on this side, you can see a lot of the white of the tooth of the paper coming through. And right here is where I've used the Gamsol, and it's all smooth and pretty. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, the nice thing about Gamsol too is that once you blend this in together, you can come back in and add in color on top, and it's not like burnished or anything into the page, so you're able to add layers and layers and layers. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm excited for playing around in my Kerby books next month. I do have a couple of buddy colors in other books, so that'll keep me from going completely Kerby insane, right? But yeah, I think it's good on occasion to just kind of focus on an artist and just get a bunch of work done in their books. Specifically when you have a ton of books like I do, you know, you sometimes feel like you're neglecting poor books. And I'm for sure my Kerby books are one of the ones that have been neglected a little bit. So I am happy to do this. I will, like I said, I'll have a community post out there about, you know, the schedule and, you know, all of the different YouTubers that are going to be participating. Looking forward to seeing everybody's videos. All right, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. I like it. Yeah, so I'll have this darker kind of blue color kind of continue over this way, and then I'll have, maybe I'll go from like black into this light, like black right around the edge here, and then into a lighter blue, and then we'll go from, I don't know what color over here. I don't want to do blue on this side, I don't think. So I need to blend, I'm going to have to blend the colors in together. So I'll need to have a little bit of blue over here, but then like a nice pinky color or something. Pink? Probably not pink. I don't know, maybe pink. But I need to leave it lighter right here so I can blend it together there as well. Or maybe I can extend the, no, I want it, yeah, I want it to mesh pretty well. But I'm just going to focus on this side for now and see how we do. All right, so we're gonna start now with the next darkest color. Yeah. So let's see what else has been going on. Book-wise, I did read a couple of series that are really, really good. And of course, off the top of my head right now, I can't even think about what they are. Yeah, it's just gone. I will put on screen the one that I'm reading right now currently, which I just started. And I am liking it so far. It's an interesting concept, although some of the terms haven't been explained exactly. So I've had to infer a lot of things, like what specific things mean, and so that's been just a little frustrating. Like it would have helped if they had like a glossary or something at the beginning of the book to kind of tell you what different terms mean. So specifically in like high fantasy and sci-fi and stuff, when you have when you've created this whole other world and you have, you know, specific words that aren't found in the everyday English language, Yeah, having a glossary at the beginning of your book is super helpful. But I've liked it. The writing's really, really good, so that's always a bonus. Okay. I'm going to leave a couple of spots open here so I can get some lighter colors mixed in. But for the most part, it's going to start getting darker as I go this way. Let's grab these lighter colors really quick. Yeah, and like I said with the Gamsol, it really does help when you have a ton of pigment on the page. Like that's when it blends the best. Okay, let's do this darker color now. If you're interested, I am using, so the blues I'm using, I have, what is this one? Sky Blue Light, Light Cerulean Blue, China Blue, and this one is Denim Blue. So this is a nice dark blue. Then I also have the, what is this one? Indanthrone Blue, which I need to get another one of these because he's just a little baby pencil now. But this one is super dark, like really, really nice and dark. And I'm half tempted to grab a couple of blues from different sets because I know in my Black Widows, I have a really, really dark blue. In my Pro Color, or it's either in the Pro Color or the Light Fast, where there's another super dark blue. But I can't remember. Can't remember which one it is, but it's almost black, and I don't want to get I don't want to get to black too fast. I want it to be a lot of blue. Okay. All right, I'm liking this. I think I'm gonna chill out on this for a second. I think what I might do is see what else I can do in here with maybe my Neocolors. I kind of want to play with those for a minute. I'm feeling like a Neocolor kind of vibe right now. So I think that'll be fun to play with. I'm not really pushing hard either with these other layers of pencil. It's just as you add the layers in, you get more and more color. And then, like I said, it's easier to blend things together. All right, I'm gonna try to blend that out really quick. I think I should still have some Gamsol on my blending stump. And I do. I'm having to push a little bit harder because it's not quite as saturated, but the blending stump, that is, not my page. My page has tons of color, so we're good to go. I know you can kind of get the same result with, I think it's Zest It is another one. You can also use like odorless mineral spirits, which should give you similar results as well. But I love the Gamsol, which I think Gamsol basically is the odorless mineral spirits, but I don't know for sure. I remember using it when I was making cards and coloring on my cards and things like that. And I was like, well, I'm going to try it on definitely going to try it on my coloring pages because it blends everything together, and that's kind of what you want. All right. Yeah, so this little container, oh yeah, pure odorless mineral spirits. This little container I got forever ago when I was working at my my scrapbooking store, at the scrapbooking store, and I've had it ever since, and every once in a while I have to pop this little piece off at the top, fill it up with more Gamsol, but it's a handy way to apply the Gamsol because you don't need a ton of it. It's really just, you know, just a little bit will go a very long way, and you don't want to saturate your page with it either. So if you ever have to whenever you use Gamsol and you don't have like a little applicator, sponge applicator like that, I usually use just like a little dish and I pour some in there. It does evaporate over time, but you should be able to get enough uses out of it that it's not like you're wasting your money or anything. But then you just dip your blending stump into the Gamsol and go from there. Or you can also use like Q-tips or you know, other blending kind of things, but I really like these big old guys. I don't remember what these, I think they're just blending stumps. Maybe there's another term for them, but I like them. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. I think that's going to be good as it's going to be darker up here and then get lighter as it goes this way. I think that'll be nice. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I do have this one. This is going to be another one that I'm going to do on a weekend whip because I'm going to continue the cloud stencil across because I still have that cloud stencil. Let's play with this one. I don't know that I'm going to be doing this one anytime soon because this is cuckoo crazy, but like this part I might do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Neocolors and we're going to do a little bit of a background and see if I can cover up some of that craziness. Okay, so most of my backgrounds in this book are just like this, where it goes like blends from one color into another. I don't get super creative with the Neocolor backgrounds. They're not terrible. Like this one's probably the most, the fanciest one I have. Ugh. This one was pretty cool. I liked that one. That one was neat. What else do I have? I don't know if I have any other backgrounds kind of done yet. So let's see. What do we want to do here? It needs to be on the darker side for sure. So these are my Neocolor. This is my palette. I have the set of 40. I don't have the full set. I think it's 80 colors, maybe 72. I can't remember. But I get by just fine with these guys. I think we're gonna do the Prussian blue, which is nice and dark. I'm gonna add in some gray and black, and then maybe a little bit of the ultramarine as well, but mostly these guys. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I'm going to start with the black. I really like to use the Neocolors. I'm going to make sure I'm on the screen. I like to use the Neocolors layered over top of each other as well to create the new colors, which is why I don't need, all of those other Neocolors. I'm fine with what I have. Do some gray. And this is really just my base because I'm going to go over top of that with the blues. All right, so now I'm going to do my Prussian blue, and I'm pressing a little bit harder with this one so that I get a nice coverage. I have thought about going through and doing another video sharing how I use Neocolors and how I use my ink tints, because I feel like those videos were made quite a while ago. So I kind of need to think about if I want to do that again. All right, and then I'm going to use this ultramarine. And we're going to use a little of this sky blue, I think, right on the edge. All right, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of black down in these bits, just a tiny bit. And I can also come back in with pencil if I, need to get into the detail a little bit more. Do some gray. And we'll do the blue. The other thing I like about the Neocolors is how messy you can be until, you come through with your water brush. Then you have to be a little bit more careful, but for the most part, you can just kind of color wherever you feel like. I don't know what it is about that, but I like to scribble, I guess. Okay. Get some of this ultramarine in here. And then a little bit of this light blue. All right, let's see. And it looks like a crazy hot mess right now, but let's see what we got. I'm gonna grab my water brush. Okay. And as per usual, we will start with the lighter areas and work our way into the darker area. So it's almost going to look like this baboon is kind of blending into the background. I definitely need something to clean my brush off. I'm going to attempt to not get these little bits and pieces kind of mixed in there. So fun to do this. I just love the way that it ends up looking, Like it's just, it looks like a hot mess, and then you start to blend it and it doesn't look quite as hot of a mess. It can still end up looking like a hot mess. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know that sometimes it doesn't go exactly to plan, but I really enjoy when it does. Yeah, so like here, so I'm cleaning off my brush as much as I can. Here where things are getting a little more pigmented, because I have quite a bit of pigment on there, this is where it kind of gets wonky. So, and then always on my Neocolors, gosh darn it. My marker wasn't clean, or my brush wasn't clean. I will typically end up doing a couple of layers. I'll do one where I just color straight on the page, and a lot of the times I'll come back through with another layer where I take it straight from the Neocolor, or I'll pick it up off of a palette and color with it that way. And the nice thing about Neocolors versus like Inktense is you can come back in for a little while and rework things. So if I don't like the fact that there's all of that darker blue like right along the edge of that leaf, I can move things around. You want to make sure that you have a nice amount of water flowing through your brush as well. And so like here where I've got two like layers coming together, I can blend that out a little bit more. All right, so now is where I have to get a little careful. Try not to make too much of a mess. Probably should not try to talk while I do this either. I always struggle anytime I'm doing like alcohol marker work or watercolor. It just seems to take so much of my focus. I don't know what it is about that, those two mediums, but it's hard for me sometimes to talk while I'm trying not to ruin my page. I think that's part of it. I think, you know, I'm just over worried that I'm gonna just ruin everything. Again, this is covering things pretty well. I might have to do a little bit more like work just to like round certain areas here, but I think it's going pretty well. Another not really trick, but another technique, I guess, that I learned about from Olivia Odorant, who, oh my gosh, if you guys haven't checked out her channel, she has a beautiful YouTube channel. She also has a Patreon that you can go, and she teaches you how to make just, I mean, she's just so talented. But she did like a watercolor or like a Neocolor base, and then she used chalk pastel on top of it, and that really it really like brings the color, like makes it nice and vibrant and just gorgeous. And I've used that technique a couple of times, so that might be something that I could do on this one as well. Just to get, you know, the nice deep dark black that I want in the corners or something like that. Because sometimes with these, the Neocolors, the black doesn't get quite as dark as I would like, but you can always come in with something else and help it out a little bit. All right, just trying to make sure things are blended pretty well. And I'll show you the other side. Well, I mean, the other side's colored right now, but as long as you don't put too much water in the same spot, like over and over and over, then this this older Kerby paper for sure will not bleed through. And then I've had good luck with the Fragile World paper in my Worlds Within Worlds book, it did bleed through, which I was really bummed about. I don't know what happened, why it was different, but yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that it should be all right though for the majority of the books that Kerby has. So I've used my Neocolors and Inktense in most of his books. I think all of his books, actually. Except for, of course, the ones I haven't colored in yet. That was another reason why I didn't buy the Alien Worlds one. Because I like to support the artists. I really do. Even if that means that I only have a couple of pages in the book that I like. But I have several that I haven't even colored in yet. So I just couldn't justify it this time. I was just like, I can't do it this time. All right, so that's what it looks like. And then, of course, on the opposite side, I made a mess along the edge here, but otherwise, it doesn't go through. So that's lovely. All right, I'm going to do a little bit up in this corner, and then we'll probably be done for today because I feel like this is an extra long video for you guys this time because I feel bad I haven't been on here very much at all. And I don't want you guys to feel neglected, I guess. All right, let's get these colors on here. Okay, so let me get this little bit done and then we'll be done for today, I think. So I'm going to get this turned around. I don't really know like what I'm going to do as far as like the other colors in this. I did look up, I think I looked up like blue baboons, and I think I found a couple, which is where I got like the color palette from for the actual animal. So hopefully, hopefully that'll work well when I go to color this all in. And then I don't know what I'm going to do on this side. I mean, it says pinks and blues and greens, but that's just right out because. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, well, that's it for me today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I played around and trying to fix some past mistakes and work on a little bit of background. I don't know what I'm going to put in my picture for what the video is. I think I'll probably just take a still of the front cover and go from there. But yeah, it was fun playing with my Neocolors, and I'm happy to tell you guys about the Kerby month next month, and I hope that you enjoy it, like the videos that I put out, and make sure to go and check out everybody else's channels who is participating. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate every one of you, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.